All right, we're back in the zone, and here's the story. This story's getting a lot of attention online.
Yeah, it needs to.
It's pretty interesting. So if you live in the D.C. area, your teenager can now request their own Uber ride or even order food on the app. The rideshare app allows parents to invite their teens to create a specialized account with safety features in place. That includes things like trip tracking and PIN verification that cannot be disabled. It'll all go through the parent's credit card, but parents will get a notification for every request the teen makes. So, Joe, you've got two kids. If they start sitting here Uber eating, sending food to themselves, getting their own Uber rides, how do you feel about this?
All right. The Uber Eats thing, I could see myself. If I was a teen, I would love to have an Uber Eats account. I'm sure I would once or twice.
All the time, they're going to rack up your credit card.
No problem. I'll take that. I'll take that punishment. Okay. However, there's no way I am putting my daughter, my 13-year-old daughter, in an Uber. There's no way. Not at all. I'm not even thinking about it. I barely let her ride with other family members.
Okay.
I don't play that because you never know these days, and maybe I might be a little hype about it. I might be what do you call it?
Elevated.
Overly protective. But it's my child, and I'm not taking chances.
Absolutely, rightfully so.
But then we went out to the streets to see if people thought that this was a good idea or a bad idea. Maybe I'm just too old and behind the times, and I want to know what the people said. And here's what they had to say. I'm going to let you read the headline, and then you tell me if this is a good idea or not.
Uber allowed teens to request their own rides and order food in D.C.
Uber now, teens aged 13 to 17 can now have their own account to order their own rides. Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea?
It's like a double-edged sword because, one, it is good, and two, it's not because it depends on the type of the teens that, they are. Are there responsible ones, or you got the reckless ones? You know what I'm saying? And I believe it's a double-edged sword.
Do you feel like because of what, women always fear for their safety when they're hopping into ride shares and everything else, that this is, I know for one, I'm not letting my daughter get in the Uber.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
She can't get in the Uber till she's 37.
37.
Yeah, 47.
47.
Exactly.
57.
57.
That's a bad idea.
Why is it a bad idea? I agree with you because I'm not letting my daughter get in the Uber, but I just wanted to know what. There was someone else who said maybe if it's the right time of day, if she's with a friend, if we know it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Some teens take advantage. So, you got your mom's card on the account. Maybe you're going somewhere you're not supposed to go.
See, now we getting to the other part. See, this guy kind of changed my mind, but now you're making me think more like, and so teens could take advantage of this.
Because I was that kind of teen. Like, if Uber was around when I was a teenager, I would have been going everywhere. The wrong places.
Where would you look like you are such an upstanding person. But that does make sense. If you have a teen who's being a teenager, yeah, they might abuse it.
Yeah, probably.
Is this a good idea or is this a bad idea?
It's a good idea.
You feel cool with teens getting into Uber?
Yeah. I think, if a parent trusts a kid enough to pay for their phone, probably they have a credit card. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My daughter has a phone. She has a credit card. I do not feel safe putting her in an Uber.
But don't you think that's an individual family decision? Like, why should the government decide? Because so we have 6 kids.
Yep.
I have one son. I would never get in an Uber. Okay. But my daughter's incredibly responsible, and so I think we would be comfortable with her. Not at 13, but probably when she was 16 or 17.
Okay. No safety issues?
Yeah, I'm always worried about safety. Yeah, there'd be restrictions probably like on the time of day, and she probably would have to be with a friend, something like that. Like we would come up with house rules, but yeah, I think I would rather be in charge of that decision based on my kids' needs and their level of maturity than having someone dictate to me what I have to do.
You just softened my stance a little with the if she's with a friend, time of day kind of thing. Yeah, you might be on to something with that. Have a good day, man. From 13 to 17, you can now have your own teen account. You can order your own food, but you can order your own rides. Is this a good idea or is this a bad idea?
The food is okay, but I don't think the rides are okay. Because we live in a crazy society nowadays. It's not the same like when I was growing up. I'll be 30 next week. Shout out to me, but...
30 where?
Thank you. But yeah, growing up, I used to catch the metro by myself, like in DC. So you can't really do that now with these kids. Number one, they lack that common sense. They don't have it at all. I don't know what happened to the Gen Zs, but us millennials, I think we were the last of that. But, and, you know, people are crazy. Things happen in vehicles, you know, so.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
And here's my thing is that as much as you want to trust your own children, you can't necessarily trust the world and the places that we're going to out and about.
You do not know what's going on.
I mean, you would think that you'd be able to track their location, see where they're going, but you know, who's behind the wheel of that car and what could they possibly do? How many times have we seen and reported on incidents involving sexual assault?
Like my wife says this, it's not that I don't trust you, it's I don't trust these women. So it's the same way I feel about
Let us
Uber
know what
drivers.
you think. Hashtag DMV Zone.